Chat, would you date a woman that you worked with? My philosophy is you don't poop where you eat, brother. Don't try to mix your work life with your personal life. Keep them separate. I got a banger from Cosmic Verse. Let's get straight into it.
Is this a thing?
Whoa, Cindy Lou Who, when did you get a septum piercing?
Shots fired!
You should take that out. Your dad would not approve. Maybe the Grinch would.
Because if so, I've been wasting some damn good eye flirting on some men who will not ask me out.
I swear to God, I'm gonna start selling butt pics on Only.
Ain't nobody about to buy those.
Shots fired!
Nobody's buying your chocolate starfish, your balloon knot, your little fudge dragon all puckered up. Nobody's buying that.
Swear to God, because this right here is not worth it. You know what would be worth it? Selling my pee to some old creepy dude for 15 grand.
And they're not, dude, they're not buying it.
Would be worth it.
What's so funny to me though, dude, is that these women understand that if they really wanted to stoop to the lowest of the lows, they could degrade themselves and they could sell their body online and make money. Do you think us as men have that option? We don't.
How about no?
I am not a feminist, especially if being feminist means that women should be treated equal to men. I do not believe that. I think that men and women are different, and while we should be treated equitably, we are not equal. Also, if feminism means taking out my own garbage, pulling out my own chair, I'm not interested.
So I used to work with all men, and people would always be like,
Squidward!
Shots fired!
Must be Squidward's sister, Squidweena. I think I've seen her in a couple of episodes of SpongeBob.
oh, you must get hit on all the time if you work with all men.
How about
But what I had to
no?
explain was that actually in settings where it's like 70% men, 30% women, the women get hit on all the time. But in this case, I was literally the only woman on a 20-person team. And in those cases, the men just act like there are no women there and they ignore it.
Baby girl, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're beat at best.
Gotcha, bitch!
You're not hot. You're not her. Personally, I wouldn't approach you. Chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you would approach her. Put a 2 in the chat if you would not. Don't worry, I'll wait. Nobody's approaching you, baby girl. I'm sorry, you're not much to approach. You got a chili bowl, for God's sakes. I had that in 3rd grade. What are you talking about? Them glasses are so big, they look like magnifying glasses on your freaking face.
Shots fired!
Baby girl, nobody's... You look like an extra from VeggieTale. Like, come on, nobody's approaching you.
Are you? At least that's what I told myself.
Bro, the hoflation is crazy, bro.
As mentioned.
The hoflation is crazy where these women think that men should be approaching them in droves, bro. You're mid.
Anybody want to talk to me?
How about you?
Want to speak? Okay.
I got the fuck off. Yeah. Fuck this. I died.
I've seen this clip.
Exhausted.
Stay away from women in the workplace. My male coworker said I looked prettier with my hair down, so it will be up until further notice. Well, what if he tells you you have a pretty neck? You gonna just chop that off too?
But I'm good. Thank you.
Bro made a mistake. He should have told her you have a pretty face, so she would put a brown bag over her face and come to work. But take it in how the man controls her hairstyle either way. She's doing the opposite for him. He's living in her head rent-free. You can't be complimenting women at work. They're gonna make fake harassment cases because that's all they're good at. Straight to HR. Most of HR is made up of women. You're double screwed then. Gonna get your bummer fired. Man, don't lose your job over threes acting all that. It's not worth it.
I agree.
Bro, yeah, this woman's a 3 at best. She got a face only a mother could love. Talking about he approached me and he said this and he did that. Like, what is this, bro? What is
I have
this?
your number after the compliment. Like, what's really going on? Like, I'm waiting for my king, and it's like, okay, the king
Keep waiting.
is commenting, but he ain't following up with the actions. Like, what's
Because you're not worth the chase. You're not worth it. When are women going to realize that men will give you that initial bit of attention, but we're done chasing? There's simply too much selection. And I tell men, go where you're appreciated and the energy is reciprocated. Shubha should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. Go where your energy is reciprocated. So if I'm going to give you some of my energy and you ain't going to reciprocate none, bye-bye. On to the next. Y'all wanted equality. So I want to see some reciprocation of energy. If I'm going to sit there and text you, try to call you, give you compliments, don't act like you're just God's gift to this planet. Give me some energy back.
Going on.
What just came out was that nurses and doctors are more likely to cheat on their spouses than...
Bro, I always tell guys, stay away from nurses, stay away from hairdressers, stay away from psychologists. A woman that's any like psychiatry field, bro, stay away from these women.
Like athletes or actresses or singers.
You're saying that someone then should not date a nurse or a doctor?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
Bro, I'll tell it to you like this, bro. I've bucked more nurses than I have strippers. I'm just saying, bro.
What this report came out and said.
I just read the craziest FBI statistic. And to be honest, ladies, you're not going to like it. And gentlemen, you've pretty much been right the whole time. So oftentimes women go, oh, I hate when a guy tells me what to do. Why does my boyfriend not want me to have male friends? Well, because according to the FBI, you have a 400% increased likelihood of being a cheater. As a matter of fact, the likelihood of a woman with male friends cheating is almost 100%. There's almost a 100% likelihood if a woman has male best friends and is adamant about it, that she is bound to cheat on her man. Now,
I agree with this, bro, because men and women cannot be friends. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Men and women cannot just be friends, because the thing is if a dude is friends with a chick, he's only friends with her because he's an on-deck dude. He's sitting in that dugout waiting to get a swing of those lobbyists. That's what he's waiting for. He's got his bat in his hand and he's just waiting. Let me get a little swing of that. When she's down in the dumps, when she's sad and alone, maybe off of a heartbreak, or her boyfriend's not treating her right, giving her enough attention, she's going to be in that vulnerable state and she's going to need a guy to come in and pick up the pieces. And I'll be that guy, bat in hand, ready to pick her up off the floor, ready to blow her back out and realign her spinal cords. That guy will be ready. That's what these guys do. They're orbiters, on-deck dudes. The guys sit in the dugout, friend zoners. They'll be in the friend zone, dude. But that's why I think men and women cannot be friends, because a woman can think that it's platonic, we don't care. But these guys are just on the shelf. She's got them on ice, waiting for the main dude to flop or do something where she's not the priority in the main dude's life anymore, and then she's going to have these on-deck dudes that are going to be like, yeah, baby, yeah, you're so awesome. I can't believe he did you that way, baby. I can't believe he didn't realize your value. And there's a lot of simps in this world that will sit there and gas them up. This is why I say we got to end the freaking simp epidemic, dude. We got to end it.
Like, we need to bring back the term woo. Now, wooing is to actually do things that a woman likes, to entice her, to invite her to places that you will enjoy and she will enjoy. Nowadays,
nah, I'm good.
Yeah, guys are bringing to the quote-unquote metaphorical table that I'm gonna be around. If you need someone to cuddle up with, I'll be here. If you need someone to talk to, I'll be here. But when we're talking about the romantic side of a relationship, for some people, the romance is alive and kicking, okay? For others, it is very much dead. They are very much in a state in their relationship where it's just pure servitude. And I'm not talking to one another. I'm talking about existing in life. So you have the couple that live together and seem like everything's cushy, but inside that home, he goes to work, she goes to work, they pay their bills, they come back, they watch TV, they might get the odd takeaway, have a little time in the bedroom, and then that's it. That's the relationship.
What's wrong with that? That sounds like a great relationship. Why is it all these modern women want to treat a relationship like it's a ride at Six Flags? Woo! Every day should just be fun, highs and lows, and it's just so amazing. It's a roller coaster ride. No, good relationships are absolutely boring, and it's because you have routine, and you can scale routine to be successful. Ain't that right, Loki? I've fallen at work and been injured. Oh, wait. I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Hey, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Levi Nichs of YouTube. Can I get some cash, please?
Morgan & 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 Morgan.
Did you know that your injury could be worth millions of dollars? Morgan & Morgan is the largest injury law firm in America, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients. $20 billion? That's a lot of cash. The insurance companies tried to lowball me, but Morgan & Morgan was able to take my pain and suffering and turn it into cold, hard cash. It's almost a good thing I was injured. But wait. How much is Morgan & Morgan gonna cost me? You never owe them legal fees unless they're successful. So it's completely free unless you win? Yeah. Hiring a lawyer That sounds like really difficult. It's actually super easy. You can just go to their website, and in a couple clicks, you can find out if you have a case. And you can literally do it from your smartphone. And remember, there is only one Morgan & Morgan. Wait, but it's two names though. How is it? Give me the script. Oh, both their last names. Okay, I get it. Okay, roll it. You can start your claim today by going to forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below. So if you're injured, you can trust Morgan & Morgan. Where's my little boy? Oh, my little Bobby. Yeah. Bobby boy. Yeah. My little sleepy boy. So, I asked ChatGPT who cheats more, because this next clip you're going to see is going to be exactly that, okay? Technically, men do cheat more. 20% of men, they say, cheat, and between 13 to 16% of women cheat. But here's the thing. Women lack accountability. When's the last time you asked a woman her body count and she told you the truth? Don't worry, I'll wait. That's why we say multiply it by 3. We're going to take that same philosophy here. 13 to 16% of women will use 15% because I'm stupid. 15% times 3, what is that? 45% of women? I believe that. It's pretty much half of women. 50% of women cheat. But as of right now, men do lead when it comes to cheating, but because I think men are more honest about it. I think women will lie about it a lot more. But the thing is, women are catching up to men at a rapid rate right now.
Who cheats more, men or women?
I would say nowadays you can see probably equally on both sides. So I don't think there's more prevalence of one over the other. I think sometimes when men cheat, it's frowned upon more than it is on women.
Okay. Why do you say that?
I think
women cheat because they're abused. Oh, wrong one. I'm abused. I just can't. He's just not there for me. Women cheat because there's an inadequacy in the man. Men cheat and then there's an inadequacy in the man. Don't you see? It's a little odd. Men don't blame the women for cheating, but women blame the men for cheating. Bro, I love it. I love it.
I think we just think that men are just more like womanizers, like they've always been, like even in like Hispanic culture, machistas, like stuff like that. So I think like whenever it's a guy doing it, sometimes it's just frowned upon more.
Right.
And you don't really hear about the woman doing it a lot, but I think it does happen as equally as both.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're telling me you're gonna love a man who does nothing for you, but you don't love money?
Well, this sounds like it'll be wholesome.
You don't love the job that actually puts food on the table for you.
Well,
Bro, this is why I say women will submit to their bosses and won't submit to their man. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I think women are more submissive to the men that cut their checks versus the men they say they love. It's truly sad.
Be very honest here. A person is very lucky, actually, if they indeed do love their job. A lot of people just work because they have to.
But you're gonna love a man that does nothing and drags you to the depth of hell?
Why would any person want to be with a person, man or woman, that would put them through that? No one should have to put up with that nonsense.
Have some fucking dignity. Go and fall in love with money. At least it does things for you.
Did they really just say, have some dignity and go fall in love with money? I love it when people use words and they don't actually know the true meaning of it, because
Bro, I love it. It's just such an oxymoron. Have some dignity and fall in love with money. I love it, dude.
Dignity actually means having love and respect for oneself, being worthy of honor and respect. And I can't think of a single dignified person that would actually go so far as to be in love with money. Money is just an inanimate object, and let's be very clear, it can't actually do anything for you. It allows you, however, to do stuff for yourself as well as for others. And the only individuals that I actually have come into contact with that are in love with money are very shallow and miserly. And that is not the type of person that another one should try to emulate.
The worst advice.
Bro, I love it. Lady J's so great, bro. That woman is so hard to get a hold of, though. I've messaged her multiple times. So hard to get a hold of.
How does a man know? So it's basically, a man's not going to know that till he goes through. So my thing is to men is, men, stop. We need to, like, so it's I keep saying it's 2023, right? And the reason I keep saying it is because it's very dangerous for us men as single men. We need to protect ourselves at all times. You keep seeing, you saw what's happened with the Russell Brand scenario as well. Yeah. Like, men, women need to outline it and make it intentions very, very, very clear to you. So a woman can look at you, she can smile at you, she can drop something, there's subtle things that you
body
women,
language,
yeah.
For example, indication, eye contact.
You
There's
come
a lot of things.
But a lot of guys don't know those
don't
things.
Do those.
But you lean.
Yeah, they do. It's
okay, so you lean in a little bit, and I come the rest of the way.
Exactly.
But a lot of guys don't know those things. Hold on, that only comes for experienced men.
I am so heated. Okay.
I made a video the other day.
Why men don't want to date women in their 40s? Because you're used goods, dude.
Shots fired!
Bro, I posted something on X. If you guys don't follow me, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, dude. It's so weird to me that they've changed the name. Anyways, I made a post, and we talked about this on a previous episode, but I wanted to write it down so like you guys could literally go in here and look at it when you wanted to. Age stages for women. At 27, it's time to sell. 30, it's 50% off. 35, you're on the clearance rack. 40, you're at the outlets. 50, you're at Goodwill. Do you guys agree? Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I believe that's the age stages, man. It sucks. Ladies, we don't make the rules either. That's just what it is. When women get older, they start to live the reality that younger men have lived. A woman that's 40 is basically the same as a man who's 18. What I mean by that is she is invisible to all the men that she wants, just like a man that's 18 is invisible to all the women that he wants. Women value experience, men value inexperience. Shibin and I should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. Actually, you know what? I should tweet that. Let's just do it right now. Let's do it right now. Men value inexperience, and women value experience. Do you agree? And I'm just like, the quicker women can figure this out, value experience. The quicker women can figure this out, the quicker they're going to be like, I should probably get on the train here and try to find me a man earlier rather than later. But these women prioritize their careers, they prioritize a job, and they're like, where's all the good men? Just where are they? They're in your past. You're past due. You're expiring. You've been on the shelf for a little too long. Nobody wants that. You know, when you go on the shelves, nobody's digging at the back of the shelf to something that's old and crusty to be like, I want that one. Nobody's doing that.
About being in my 40s and how I have no desire to date. And just give me the...
Now, you don't have no desire to date. Just no guy's willing to date you.
Shots fired!
Men control access to relationships. Baby girl, if nobody's dating you, it's because no guy sees you fit.
Biggest ick right now. And I've been loving all the comments that all of you are sharing. I feel seen. I feel validated. I've realized that there are men commenting on this post. Like, since I've hit my 40s, I don't have any desire to date. No, bro. We are not the same. We're not the same. You're apples, I'm orange. You're apples and I'm caviar. And
you're a liar. You ain't no caviar, baby girl. You're a rotten banana peel. Let's keep it at that. Wow, you was not no caviar, baby.
Choosing not to date in their 40s is different than women choosing not to date in their 40s. I'm
cap, all cap. It's completely different. It's completely different.
So heated that like I'm shaking the camera. But the audacity of a man to come into that comment section, to come into that space, it just goes to show. 1, they really want to be like us. 2, they're so delusional. I can only speak for myself. The reason why I no longer want to date men right now in my life is because y'all don't even have it together. I'm tired of it. You don't know how to communicate. You don't understand how to respect my boundaries. You don't know how to go to therapy. The list goes on and on and on. And we are not the same.
Tell me you pick bad men without telling me you pick bad men. Just tell us you got bad taste in men. You're picking men that aren't emotionally available. Because here's the thing. There's probably a lot of guys out there that are willing to give her the chance, willing to give her the time of day, and willing to commit to her. But those guys, they're not exciting. He doesn't make my giny tingle. He's not exciting enough. So you don't want to give him the time of day because he doesn't give you that level of excitement. And this is just so much proof right here. The whole flation is crazy. This woman right here looking like a swole up eggplant. Talking about she can't find a man. Baby girl, a man can't find you because he's not looking for you. You got attitude problems. I can already tell you're entitled. You're delulu. You should be working overtime at Delulu Lemon. Talking about a man's delusional. Baby girl, we control access to relationships. You control access to coitus. So if you're cracking your legs for dudes and then they don't want to cuff you, it's because of one of two things. Either your personality is trash or your kuka is trash. And I bet almost both are synonymous in this regard, because just talking to this woman, oh my God, can you imagine going out on a date with her and be like, it's just, these women carry all this trauma with them and wonder, why don't men want me? Yeah, you're trauma ridden.
Same. Also, in that post, I talk about hitting your 40s and being perimenopausal. That's where I'm at.
Let me menopause you there, okay?
There is an alchemical shift that occurs in women and people with uterus that occurs during perimenopause as we transition into menopause. Because in East Asian medicine, postmenopause is an incredible time where we call it the second spring. It's an era of new beginnings. In order to have those new beginnings, we have to go through this initiation process. That is the beauty of our essence. And
the copium is crazy. It's the beauty of our essence getting older the second spring. Baby girl, you're old.
Shots fired!
It is what it is, bro.
Don't have that. You all go through your own spiritual journey. Although, to be honest, a lot of you are not choosing to take that initiation. But it's not the same. You don't grow up in a world that conditions you to center the other gender, that conditions you to consistently abandon yourself to make the other gender feel comfortable and nurtured, heard.
Bro, tell me you're ran without telling me you're ran, bro. I've never seen so many women make these posts about men ain't nothing, men ain't this, the men ain't that. Just so bitter that no guy wants to cuff you. It's the bitter women syndrome. You know what I'm saying? You get burned so many times that eventually you just think, well, all men are like this. No, maybe you should look in the mirror. This is why I say life is a mirror, not a window. If you're not happy with where you're at, dude, look at yourself and change that, brother. Change yourself. Because what you don't change, you're choosing. You got something in your life you don't like? Change it. Because if you don't change it, you're choosing. You got some toxic relationship with a family member? You're in a toxic relationship with your partner? Change it, or you're choosing it. Lady, you're 40 years old. You're pretty much over the hill at this point. You're a combative, argumentative, masculine woman. Why would a man want to cuff you? And then you hear the argument all the time, well, I intimidate men. Men are intimidated by my energy. No, we're not intimidated by you. We're annoyed by you. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. A man isn't intimidated by a masculine woman. He's annoyed. Just like if a woman was to meet a feminine man, would she be intimidated by him? No.
How about no?
She would be annoyed. That's why I always say the opposites are always true, brother. A man's not intimidated by a masculine woman. He's annoyed. Just like a woman's not intimidated by a feminine man. She's annoyed. Like, bro, you can't make this stuff up. It's absolutely ridiculous that they think they're cooking with grease. Baby, you're not even cooking with butter. You're barely even cooking with lard at this point. Like, come on. Lokes, it's ridiculous out here, isn't it? But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.